on. There's been quite some changes to the pay structure, I'm sure. The Mbappe deal was a major one. Keeping him, securing his services up there. So sorry, Paul.
tidying up in possession at the moment. The Canary, traditional and very famous all yellow with the green trimmings.
Well, there's a problem so many teams have against PSG, especially domestically in Liga, and that they are starved of possession, and when they do have it, they have to make it count, have to be productive in small amounts of possession that they have in games against the champions.
I think another element tonight, this early in their preparations for Copenhagen and Nantes play. 21 years really since they've been in the limelight at this level. 21 years since they had a trophy in the bank starting the season. 21 years since they were in European football, which they now will be this season. And they are not long on numbers in this squad. In fact, they've let
control. Ketty Girotto picks up the first yellow card of the evening.
Something else we've seen before, a young player on the big stage with his new club looking to make an impact and just trying a bit too hard, perhaps.
Well, Blas has gone down. Wonderful turn, the way he rolled away with the ball. Verratti just sticks out a right leg. I think he perhaps does toe the ball away, but Blas's momentum carries him into him. Referee has I think a free kick to Nantes. Time to keep the ball now for the Nantes side that have been very restricted in the amount of possession they've had. Opportunity now to deliver, just to test this PSG rearguard.
Palois and co, the centre-backs, prove their worth from set pieces time and again last season. King was caught out by that. Nuno Mendes underneath it also, and a half chance goes wide at the other end, and that might have opened this game up in a big way. And it was Moses Simon who's basically missed the target here.
Well, he's missed an opportunity, the first opportunity that Nantes have carved out. A wonderful cross again. They don't deal with it particularly well, PSG. Deep to the far post, helped back in. And Simon just doesn't get the contact required to steer that ball into the far corner.
Box at least by Verratti, but he gave it away, and Palois was onto it for Nantes, who come again here, and it's tipped over the top brilliantly by Donnarumma.
Fabulous strike and a really superb save from Donnarumma. PSG overplaying in their own 18-yard box, concede possession. The two best chances of the game have gone to Nantes. Palois forward, Blas with that wonderful left foot, fine right-handed tip over from Donnarumma. Certainly on its way into the top corner.
Justifying the call tonight by Galtier to start here. Donnarumma, 17 Ligue 1 starts for the player who arrived amid great fanfare after his heroics at the European Championships. One week it was Navas, the next week it was Donnarumma. Donnarumma caught out, and it was that Palois factor in the opposition box so often seems to get on the end of things.
Well, Palois remonstrating again. This is a deep cross that once again is not dealt with at the far post. Donnarumma comes, gets nowhere near it. Palois furious. He said there was no infringement as he's trying to head at the back post. And I don't think he does too much wrong there. It's Mendes that he climbs over, trying to head that deep cross into the back of the net. Evidence again, Paul, that PSG are not happy dealing with crosses.
Yeah. Sissoko looking to show he's still got the power in the legs to drive a team forward now. 32. New start for him.
Good spell for Nantes. Last 5 minutes, opportunities created.
Beginning to ask one or two questions going forward now. Castelletto went backwards. Neymar was on the move, but rather than hit it over the top, Verratti went out to the right side to Hakimi.
PSG just taking some sort of control again, slowing the tempo down, keeping possession of the ball.
Deflection helped it through to Messi. He goes around the keeper, and he proves he's got so much more to give. PSG go in front after not squandered two big chances at the other end.
Well, Paul, there's just slight good fortune in the way that the ball breaks to Lionel Messi, but the way he finishes is it just like turning back the clock. Gambari, he knows his side have had two really good opportunities. PSG find a chance, and when this man gets on the ball, absolutely brilliant. Neymar with the attempted slide rule pass, just that touch there, takes it into the path of Lionel Messi, but the balance, the composure and the finish is just exquisite.
So new attitude, but the same old big names open the door here tonight. Neymar in conception, Messi in execution, brilliant, unstoppable. And PSG go in front. And could it be the shape of things to come in the new Galtier-led Paris Saint-Germain regime?
Well, he showed a turn of foot, didn't he, Lionel Messi, turning back the clock in that respect, but then no doubting his ability and balance to drag it past Lafont and side foot into the roof of the net.
So there's one to get the show on the road from Messi. Only 11 in all competitions in his first season at PSG, and of course we all know way below the strike rate of his Barcelona heyday.
But Paul had a season where he struck the woodwork so many times, it was quite incredible. He could have easily doubled that tally.
Dare I say, Clive, that a lot of people in this Bloomfield Stadium tonight came for that.
They certainly did. And his new manager, Christophe Gaultier, would have enjoyed that.
Go back, and he's not really helped Giroto out much. He did recover well there, Giroto. Plus. Halfway through this first half, and we're going to have a little pause for refreshment.
Paul, doesn't matter who you are, what player you are, you want to get off the mark. And Lionel Messi, lovely turn of pace, brilliant control and balance to drag that ball past Lafont, and then the side foot into the roof of the net. Just superb. And look at that, he enjoyed it. He enjoyed getting off the mark.
So refreshment break here. Early signs very good for PSG that Messi is renewed and refreshed and ready to go. We're all ready to go in a new campaign, of course, here on BT Sport. Delighted to say that. And the Ligue 1 programme kicks off live here on Friday night with Lyon against promoted Ajaccio. Our first Premier League game comes on Saturday. Fulham against Liverpool. BT Sport 1 HD and Ultimate. And Paris Saint-Germain kick off their Ligue 1 campaign on Saturday evening away to Clermont. Once more, the best of Ligue 1, Serie A and other top European leagues coming this season on BT Sport, in addition to our coverage of the UEFA Champions League, the Europa League and the Conference League. European football beckons again for Nantes for the first time in, what, 2 decades, Clive?
Yeah, and I think that will be a fabulous experience for them, having won the French Cup.
But a very different one. And as I mentioned, you know, Blas hotly pursued by Lille. It's not a very deep squad anyway, Clive. I think it's going to be a preoccupation for the first part of this season for Kouambare, just to manage their way through.
Well, it's going to be very important they get off to a reasonable start. They don't want to be in a position they found themselves in at the beginning of last season. When Kouambare came in, they were perilously close to having an awful season, but he turned that around, and obviously winning the Cup was a real bonus. But the European campaign could take its toll for them this season. Palois doing what Palois does.
Indeed.
It is a shove, it's not a kick, it is a foul.
Cult hero at Nantes. And as mentioned, he doesn't just stop them, he can score a goal or two. And Giroto, his centre-back partner, had a brilliant year last year as a goal scorer. In one season, he equalled his entire career tally. Hardly ever shows any emotion on the touchline, does he? But they all say he's an outstandingly good man manager, and maybe getting inside the minds of some of the star names is a part of the gig at PSG.
Well, I'm sure he's going to relish the challenge. He's got players at the utmost ability to work with, Christophe Gaultier. But you've got to say, Paul, he's done the hard yards over the seasons to deserve the chance. But I think it's a group of players that will already know that they will have to toe the line with him. He's
pretty much starting bar Mbappe with what appears to be his idea of a first 11. There weren't many changes really during that 3-game tour in Japan. He started and finished with a very similar looking lineup to this game tonight. And here's Nuno Mendes into the box. A little bit more precision needed, and Nuno Mendes now acknowledges that.
Yeah, it's Sarabia at the back post who just can't get on that Mendes pass. Brilliant slide rule pass from Neymar. Good run from Mendes. He holds his run, stays on side, but that just needs to fizz across that 6-yard line for Sarabia to finish it off. But that is the incisiveness that PSG possess.
There appears to have been a fairly clear delineation on and off the field at Paris Saint-Germain in the pre-season here, Clive. Reportedly up to 11 players who featured in the first team last season have been told, we don't need you, you can go. I don't know that there's ever... Do you ever remember any top club in your life in football telling 11 first-team players, we don't need you anymore?
Well, I just think it's a mark of strength and quality and depth of players that they have. But the change is afoot at PSG in terms of Gaultier working with a group of players that he wants, narrowing that squad down.
didn't stop the initial cross. Plus, went tumbling.
Well, he was caught by Marquinhos. I didn't think it was a foul.
Change of approach from Donnarumma, goes long. Off the chest of Neymar. Coutinho in space. A lot of options then. Neymar seemed the obvious ball from up here at least. Messi. Hakimi at pace. Too much pace on it again. Ironically, Nuno Mendes this time couldn't get to it.
Yeah, I don't think Nuno Mendes was actually expecting it. Hakimi, when he picked it up, again fizzed that cross through the 6-yard box. Messi, Sarabia, Hakimi picks it up. It's just fired through, and Mendes can't get on the end of it at the far post.
Coco picked himself up, but he was being squeezed into the corner. Giroto tried to make a little bit of headway. No way through for Guesson. Verratti mopping up. It's 11th season now, Verratti at Paris Saint-Germain.
No surprise for me, Paul, that he is still there, still at the heart, makes this PSG tick. For me, one of the important players, one of the unsung heroes.
Plus the hero of the cup final, of course, the man who took the penalty to beat the Galtier-led Nice side and win Nantes their trophy. First since 2002. Penalties, of course, are a potential factor tonight. There is no extra time scheduled. It would go straight to a shootout. Paris Saint-Germain perhaps willing to do everything to try to avoid that. Nantes have got a great record. Palma did enough. That was black. Palma forcing the argument.
Yeah, Mendes jumping into that challenge, but Palois so combative.
Battled for everything last season, didn't they? All round, not just Blas in the final, but they won 2 other shootouts, Clive, in that cup run. In the first round, they might have gone out against Sochaux, but they came through, and then they won their semi-final against Monaco on penalties after a 2-2 draw.
Yeah, I thought the Monaco result certainly would have given them the hope and belief that they could go on and, yes, take on Christophe Gautier's Nice in the final and win that on penalties.
Just a sense over the last 5 minutes or so that Nantes have re-established a little bit of authority in their game.
Well, they've just up their tempo, Paul. They've closed, they've showed some physicality in the challenges. Not allowed PSG the time to dictate the tempo of play.
Verratti. Neymar was again running in behind, and that was the target this time. Cut out well by Giroto.
And you see Messi, first time pass, he knew Neymar had taken off. He tried to just sweep that in behind Nantes' rear guard. Good run. And it was Messi, really, who normally finds the perfect pass, couldn't on this occasion.
Rivera. Yeah, she's shutting off all the avenues. Comboire was urging Marcus Coco to get a little bit deeper there, drop in and ask Nuno Mendes to come out and mark him, but actually he stood up against Mendes. It rather made it easy for Mendes to win the header there. And a little bit more between them afterwards.
Yeah, there's quite a battle going on between Coco and Mendes on this near side. Mendes just asking the assistant whether he saw the strike from Coco.
We saw it.
Well, he hit the deck. He did get himself back up on his feet quickly.
Kimpembe. Vitinha given the chance tonight with others, and we mentioned the long list of players who've been told you can move on. Given the chance tonight with the likes of Ander Herrera, not involved, Julian Draxler and so many others. Full list of substitutes tonight for PSG: Diallo, Kalamuendo, Mwinga, Bernat, Gay, Paredes, Icardi, the new man Nordi Mukiele and Danilo Pereira.
Quite some depth and strength and quality.
Hakimi.
But looking at this 11, Paul, PSG starting 11, I have to say Mbappe for Sarabia would probably be the only change, and for me, maybe the strongest starting 11 that Gautier can select.
Nuno Mendes. There's no Mbappe in front of him tonight. He's seeking to do the running himself here, putting the pressure on, and it's been a real tester for Coco on this side.
Well, Mendes comes out on top on this occasion. It's just the way that he toes that ball at the final second, just there. Coco committed, catches him, receives a yellow card for his challenge.
I don't know what Kombouaré does about this, but if he's got Coco on the field, Clive, he's going to have the same problem if he switched him back out against Hakimi on the other side. And he's got Sebastian Corchia and Fabio, nominally better defenders for the wide places, on the bench for Nantes.
Well, I think he might well already be considering a change at half-time, because Coco has found it difficult. You wouldn't want to go down a man against this PSG side.
Marquinhos shrugged off it. He's very keen tonight, Guessant, in front of Gautier, who was with him at Nice to make his mark on proceedings, but he has struggled so far on his Nantes debut. Messi gets Hakimi moving, and Messi gets it back, and he squeezed it through brilliantly to Neymar. This is the target.
Neymar just offside, I think, when Messi, although he's wiping his finger at the assistant. What a sensational pass again. His footwork from Messi and his vision to just clip that ball into the path of Neymar. We'll see from this angle. Oh, it's a close one. On the swivel, fires it back across the goal, trying to find the open side. He certainly wasn't offside. bits of space to give his teammates options to pass the ball into his feet. So difficult to pick up and stop. Fell to the wrong person. You expected Messi just to slide that into the far corner. Lafont, really smart save down to his right hand side. Body movement once again opens up, trying to just wind it into the far corner. Lafont, angles are good, a strong right handed save. it's a contact injury. Sissoko has caught Neymar. He is in the air, so his foot's not planted.
Now Marquinhos, who does wear the armband, comes in.
He always feels so aggrieved, doesn't he, Neymar, whenever he's tackled, whenever he's caught. I think the little knock that he got to his knee might not be that severe.
No,
with his free kick.
Not with
now.
a free kick like this in the run up to half time.
He's just spotted it. I think there's only one person that's going to take it.
So they pay to see Messi and Neymar above all others. Messi has given the crowd its money's worth. Could the half end with Neymar doing likewise here? Messi over it. Here's Neymar!
He certainly can.
If you're feeling aggrieved, I guess that's one way of getting your own back.
Well, he won the free kick, let's say that. He picked himself up, he wasn't happy with the challenge, but what he did then was quite sensational. Messi runs over it, but Neymar whipping it over the wall into the top right-hand corner, gives Lafont no chance. 2-0 PSG.
And I don't think we've had time to get started again here, Clive, under the new coach. Some wondrous flourishes from two of the three superstars at this football club. There's no Mbappe tonight, but most certainly Messi and most certainly Neymar. And they've been a bit too hot to handle for Nantes. Nantes knew it could be like this tonight. They've had their moments as well. But with virtually the last touch of the half, Paris Saint-Germain have established a 2-0 lead in this Trophée des Champions, and it looks like being a long way back from here for Nantes in the second half.
Well, you see the look in his eyes, Neymar, exactly where he wanted to deliver that free kick, he did.
Not to be outdone by the brilliance at the front end of the side tonight from Messi and Neymar in particular. Simon paired with Evan Guessin up front for Nantes. And at times they have been chasing the shadows. This is a Nantes side that never gives in. They've had their moments as well. Ludovic Blas has been busy. Sissoko's done his best to try to stop the flow. It's his first appearance for his new club, of course, tonight. But the old maestro has had a few too many tricks and has looked very sharp indeed, orchestrating this Paris Saint-Germain performance so far. Two collector's items make the score 2-0.
Yeah, just think it's going to be very interesting, Paul, as to see how PSG go about this second period. I just wonder whether Gauthier will give them instructions to go on and win it well, with a really dominating performance, which they're capable of.
Here's Hakimi. Won very well by Verratti.
We're going to have to be really disciplined in this second half. They do have Coco on that yellow card. He has started on that right-hand side once again. Could well be long periods of chasing the ball.
Chirivella. Simon wasn't very happy with him there.
I think he felt he was checked as that Chirivella ball was played in behind Ramos.
Power first on the scene. If you weren't with us at the start of this tonight, the headlines were, unfortunately for the crowd here in Israel, no Mbappe suspended. Christophe Galtier entrusting the job up front to Neymar and to Messi. They have not disappointed. In behind that, Vitinha in midfield, the new signing from Porto. And a couple of the new faces for Nantes this season, Moussa Sissoko and Evan Guessin, signed from Nice, have started for Nantes. They have their third signing, Mustafa Mohamed, on the bench. And Gaultier has the likes of Mauro Icardi. His new signing, Nordi Mukiele, Danilo Pereira, Idrissa Gueye, Bernat Diallo and Kalamawenda Mwinga to call upon, but no changes just yet. Now Simon, who was fit to start tonight and obviously keen to play. And with no Kuala Mwani up front this season, he's moved on. He's going to have a big part to play, or so Nantes hope. Messi. It's wonderful, laid off by Neymar. Sarabia, the other starter up front, struggling to get involved tonight.
Well, at times it's free-flowing. It really is quite wonderful play. Messi and Neymar combining again. In the end, the ball just didn't break as Sarabia tries to feed Messi in the 18-yard box.
Clive, as for the first half, they have started like they really mean it here in this second half, PSG, haven't they?
Well, I think they're looking for that third just to certainly put the game to bed. You just fear for Nantes, if they do get that third in the next 5 minutes or so, what might happen as the game wears on.
Memories perhaps still fresh of the way Nantes really took it to PSG the last time they met in the league in February in the Bourgeois. A great win that was for Nantes.
Paul, there's no doubt that Christophe Gaultier would have reminded his PSG players of that before the game.
Yes, they won the league and they only lost 4 games, but that was an embarrassing night, no question about it. And of course it was followed very soon afterwards by the collapse against Real Madrid, which in a sense, Clive, defined the whole season, didn't it?
Well, the season really just fell apart.
Donnarumma made one superb stop in the first half. That one to go over his head, and that one goes over his crossbar. He looks raw, doesn't he, Guessin? But Clive, who better than you, former Bordeaux frontman? These areas across the front, between the goalposts, as you strikers used to say, he looks like he knows that's where he does his business.
Yeah, he's attacking the space, he's asking the questions. It's Marquinhos that gets across to make a good challenge. They're expecting a corner nod from that. He's going to be an important addition for Kouambe.